So, you know, they're not like
so you
too
just gotta
excited
let
about
them go
this.
then and get up as fast as
But
you
we've
can.
done this for 8 years.
I guess.
Great support from all the local communities, whether it's police
No,
or the locals.
No, just bring Ben back up to again. I don't know what they did, so maybe they took a break or something like that. But if you can get up here, if you're a baby bear, you better get. Yeah, I mean, these guys are hammering right now. So if you can get back.
Alex is currently talking to the other film crews where they're located and where they should film, because he's a film producer. He's not just here to talk about the race. On the side, basically, he's orchestrating his guys on the motos to make sure we get everybody who's part of this race, who makes this race, decides this race on camera, which is, you know, easier if you're looking at the front of the race, but we also want to obviously get the women on the camera, and that's a tough job to do also. But as far as we know, Alex, Camila is still leading the women's race. We're gonna pass these guys now. When Jürgen gets a chance, we're gonna go to the leaders.
The question is Piqueta still in this group?
Piqueta is in the front group. He's not with these guys. Let me try to catch the numbers when we're passing. Unfortunately, we got oncoming traffic, so we're not gonna take any risks. We gotta wait. There'll be a moment, even if it takes another 10 minutes. Safety first.
My wife tells me that everything that we say, whether it's on the phone or whatever, is being heard by the entire world right now. So
that's awesome.
That's great.
Yeah. So this will be the last time of me driving.
Yeah. We do our best, folks. We've got a lot.
Did she say the entire world?
Entire world.
That's a little optimistic. We appreciate every. No, I got a lot higher numbers than that, Alex.
Good. How many people have we got at this point?
I would say I think
5 of them.
3,200. So I'm really appreciating everybody, every one of you, even if it would be only 32.
I shouted out to the world in my little universe that you guys are streaming this because I thought it was amazing.
Yes,
it was,
and because we want this for our fans.
Yeah.
I don't care about the masses. I want the fans to watch this.
Yep.
I know, New York City racers have fans, friends and family, and teammates that are watching this, and that's the people we care about. We want to give you a great broadcast. A random person somewhere in Italy, if they watch it or not, sure, I like if they watch it, but I'm not caring as much about it as the guys who know this course, who know this race, and for one reason or another, I'm not doing it themselves, but have friends, family, teammates who are doing it, and want to see what's going on.
Yeah, they're just looking at each other now.
Yeah, so we're freshly paved South Mountain Road. It's beautiful. This part, at least, the second half is the good old one. We're gonna be sitting behind them for now because it's too tight to pass here. There is oncoming traffic. I'm not sure if they're gonna make it back. Like, they seem tired. I had the idea. I thought I saw Trujillo and Gras. Trujillo, 4th place finish in Colombia. Gras, our 2nd place finish here last year in New York, to be the ones to are pushing this. Our Brazilian seems to be cooked. He's kind of hugging the back. I haven't figured out who the guy with the yellow-black bib shows is. He's been leading also. Trying to get you his number. We got a fan here. Sunday morning walk. No, he's a GFNY cab. He's out there every year. Can we get the number of the guy in the yellow bib short? It's not a single digit, is it?
2 digits. He's got a bottle on the back.
Right.
Can't see it.
We're not gonna pass them here.
Yeah, so
we'll take our time.
Yeah,
so you got to stick with us. We have about 6 guys ahead of them. So there has to be. He just lost a lot of cash.
Money.
Yeah, it's gonna pick up. He's a Brazilian.
He's making it rain.
Like, I'm going back to Brazil.
Was that a bribe? Are we supposed to?
I think he threw money at him. He's like,
you threw money at us.
He throws money at the problem.
It doesn't fix all problems.
If it would have been hundreds, I would have asked you to stop, but it looked like singles.
Hey, Oli, I'm getting a question. What mile are we at now?
We're about mile. I got to do some kind of guessing. 75, I think. About that, so that would mean 25 miles to go. I think once we got, it depends on how the groups coordinate, how they work together. We had a situation here 2 years ago where we had Mike Marguerite attacking by himself, and we had a solid group with all other favorites sticking together. It was like 50 guys, and they were just not riding. And he got away in 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and at some point it was like, that's done. You waited too long. This is it.
I
So,
mean, they're still moving. If they ever disagree up front, which they
Right.
eventually will,
Yeah.
we know that. They don't
Yeah.
agree all the
Yeah.
way to the finish.
so it depends on that. You're absolutely right. I'm handing 2 for each.
Should we get the money?
Let's
It's
get
funny,
the
we
money
can't
to
read
stop
the number,
somewhere.
but all three of us saw money. Like,
Maybe, Alex, if you turn around.
I did not notice the money.
Oh, you
Maciej, our
Very
logistics
unusual,
guy,
but
said.
I actually didn't see it.
Well, Alex, Maciej, our logistics guy this morning said he has the water and bars ready. I'm not. That's Victor Grass.
Oh, it's Victor Grass. Oh, Victor Grass is.
58. Is that what it is?
Well, I just asked you the foundation.
There might be a foundation guy in the lead.
Very possible.
So I don't suppose there's any way that we can run.
Yes, we do. When we get off this road
Right.
and turn right, and then we have to lead them across the next intersection.
Tony. Tony. Hello. Tony. Tony, can you hear me? Yeah, Tony. They were at mile 69, and so you should get. I mean, can you? I don't know if you want to jump up.
All right, we're leaving them behind.
We're in about.
They're
mile
having a
6
solid
right
gap now to the lead group. So unless the lead group
That's not my guess.
is stopped paddling, they seem to be out of the game
the front of the race.
for winning the race.
That's his way to
PD has it under control. They know what they're doing. They keep doing this. They've done this for 8 years. This is basically one of the first, if not the, no, it's the first bigger bike race here in Rockland. So it was all new terrain for
No,
him.
that's not it. That's not it.
That's a tourist on the course. Given that the road is not closed in all sections, the ones that are
Good.
open, then they can
great.
obviously ride.
Okay. Bye. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah. Here we got the lead group. We caught back up to them. I would call this, Jürgen, what do you think? 45 seconds? Was it a minute?
That's, I would call it almost a minute and a half, 2 almost.
Wow.
Really? That
I would
much?
think so.
I would say a minute.
Yeah.
I think you
No,
can
I don't
pass
know.
here now, so let's do that. Put the honk in, and let's sit on the back of the group. Keep honking, I think, is a good idea.
Start, you know, sometimes.
Right. But now you gotta make or break it. Very good.
Very exciting.
Here we are.
Here.
Right. Guys, Ricardo Piqueta, Mike Marguerite,
Ricardo.
Luis Lemos,
Uh-huh.
and I'm missing trying to find out. I'm trying. We need to get the mechanic. Is that Dan here again? Yeah, so he came back. Mike Marguerite is one of those lean, tall machines with skinny legs like a pro. We see Luis Lemus from the Israel Cycling Academy professional racer in the back now.
So we have Piqueta,
Shaking his
Lemos, Marguerite.
Yeah, these are the 3 guys we have confirmed. The other 2 we'll get you as soon as we can. We're crossing a highway here. GFNY has the green light. Lemus was turning around. He wants to know what's the gap like. Guy in there's a rider in a black bib short. I think he lost his bib number, so we need a little help from Dan Large again, our lead mechanic of Campagnolo here on the Vespa in the yellow jacket, to get the numbers for us. Police motors moving up. They're leapfrogging. That's exactly what makes this race safe. They get to a big intersection. One of them waits until the lead group is through, and then he catches up and goes back, and then the next guy goes. Here on the left you see our cameraman Mark. He's gonna shoot the race video. Sitting here in the back, that's Ricardo Piqueta, our defending champion, Italian. Dan He's going to talk to us. Jürgen is going to tell him to find out. I see a 106, Alex. Is that possible?
2.
220.
20.
108.
108 we didn't have.
128. I'll get the last one.
1, 2.
108 we didn't have. The 2 is Piqueta or defending standing. The 20 is Luis Lemos.
Are we sure about 108?
Try it.
Kevin Bouchard Hall for Colorado Springs.
That would be amazing. Then
Velocio Northeast is his
Yeah, 1
team.
is it 108 or 106? Who's
Yeah.
106?
Alessandro Mariani from EBL cycling team.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Is that correct?
What would that be?
What did you say?
That would be Jürgen, not you, Jürgen
Morels from Belgium.
from Belgium.
That's absolutely possible. Jürgen Morels is our GFY Africa, Middle East Africa champion from GFY Jerusalem just 3 weeks ago. What a group!
And he's a
What a
40
group!
plus. He's a Masters
Yeah,
rider.
yeah,
A lot of champions, yeah.
yeah. And if it's really the 108, Kevin Bouchard Hall is the brother of the president of USA Cycling.
That's awesome.
Who, Derek Bouchard Hall, who's also in the race, former pro. Looks like his younger brother has got him under control now. It was to be expected. Derek was at the Tour of California all week, was flying in last night to be with us here at GFNY and do the race. So he's not at that level when he has to do these hoops. But if he would be training his early 40s, he would still be competitive. I'm pretty sure about that. All right, we got Luis Lemos here at the back. Mike Marguerite, our 2016 champion. Luis Lemos from Cycling Academy, who's also a 2015 GFI Cozumel champion. And the tall guy, Kevin Bouchard Hall from Colorado.
So let me get this straight. We've got 5 guys. Piqueta, Lemos.
He's the strongest New Yorker. It's hard to tell who really is, but for a race like this, I've seen him always in shape and be ready to deliver. And you know, unlike a Luis Lemos, Mike Marguerite is not a professional in the sense that he's not working. He has a daytime job. I think he's working on Wall Street even, and makes it happen to still race. He's got a young baby, I think like a year old or something like that. So very impressive, very talented guy, very strong guy, and doing the work to be at that level. We're 3 hours and 20 minutes into the race. We're less than an hour from the finish. We're in the middle section where it's along Strawtown Road, where the course is flat, so the guys need to work together to draft. Behind these 5 guys is a group of another 5. They're about a minute and a half back, maybe 2 minutes by now. It seems like these 5 are in Italy, living in Rio de Janeiro. We have a lot on the indoor.
It's the most amount
Jürgen
ever,
is asking,
because
if this comes to a sprint finish, last year we had 3 guys,
Yeah.
here we got 5 guys. I gotta be honest with you, Jürgen, I don't think those 5 are gonna go down to the sprint. It was last year the same thing. We had 5 guys going into the last climb, Dykeman Hill, and we ended up with 2 at the top, a 3rd guy, I think it was Victor Grass, right? Caught back up to them, and a sprint between the 3 of them.
a great finish last year.
It was a fantastic finish.
Yeah, it was excellent.
And, you know, this year we have 2 solid finish line cameras, learning from experience that even a race like GFNY can be decided in the sprint.
Cooking the time.
Yeah. That was Kevin Bouchard Hall from Colorado.
Kevin Bouchard Hall.
Big guy. Like,
Jürgen Morels.
Yeah.
Ricardo Piqueta.
Strong.
Lemos from Mexico and Mike Marguerite from
New York City. That's great.
it's the top 5.
now is this like do you think it's a sprinter's finish? I mean, I know what it is.
Yeah, last time Piqueta sat on
It's-
the back
what do you
a little
do?
bit and then he sprinted away. You know, it was a really dramatic.
Yeah.
Probably in the last last couple hundred meters, 300 meters or so, top of Dykeman Hill, he just took off, and the other guys had nothing. Well, it was actually pretty close, so let's be serious. Francisco Piquetta had more.
I wouldn't know what to do. I'll tell you this right now.
I think I would know what to do, but I've never been in a position like that.
No, right.
Well, you have.
You can dream, right?
Jürgen said, I have to actually say it, we probably might not hear it because he doesn't have a microphone.
Basically,
that he would know what to do.
No, I would know what to do. It's always be second.
Yeah.
Always be second.
Jürgen was like the second at a race. You always finish second, you say?
No. Be second because
right
then
now,
you can sprint for the win.
Yeah, that's right.
Because I would never, I would be on the defensive all the way until the last 100 meters.
Yep, you got to do the tiger jump.
Two guys up at the front and they start arguing with one another. No one wants to take the lead. And before you know it,
and when in doubt, throw money at them.
Yeah, you throw money at us.
You're laughing. Have you done it?
No.
No?
Throw money at somebody?
Yeah.
No.
Happens
Makes problems go away.
Makes problems go. Jürgen just said that one option is always to throw money at a problem. And it's in cycling racing, it's kind of difficult to say, you know, buy a win or not. But it's actually quite popular in the peloton. It's like the secret that no one wants to talk about, that you know, you help me this time, I help you next time. It's fun and dandy, but when is the next time that you're both going to be in the league group again? So sometimes it's like, I really need this win. It's my hometown. I need the prestige. You get the money that I make when I'm winning.
Yeah, you better. Yeah,
This is it's the usual scenario. Yeah. One is more invested in a race to win it, to want the title, and the other one says, "Look, I have to make a living. I have a kid at home. I get the 10 grand for the win."
This will not happen on an amateur level. They will stab you in the back so fast.
Jürgen says on an amateur level it doesn't happen.
No.
I say it does happen. I've seen it.
On an amateur level?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely. Even on the level where you say it's about upgrading, and you need an upgrade, and the other guy doesn't need it, and you're like, I'm hanging on for my dear life here. I'm not leading. You get my money, my $50 that I make at the finish, and I get the points.
I just never heard those conversations.
Because you're always leading.
No, it's the wind in my ears. Like, I can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
I was too busy winning. No,
all right, let's focus and go back on the race. We got these 5 guys, so, you know, it's not like this flat to the finish and they have to sprint. There is still some climbing coming. Most notably, Dykeman Hill, which is like a K climb to finish, is about 8-9% steep. Nothing terrible at all, but after 100 miles of racing, it really makes a difference. And I can tell you, we're at 75 degrees temperature now. We're gonna go get close to 80 by the time we're hitting New York. And there's a few guys in that group where I say they don't want to wait until the finish. They might be fine in a sprint, but they don't want to risk it. Mike Marguerite is a guy like that. He's not a sprinter per se. Luis Lemos is a guy like that. Ricardo Piquetta, he thinks he's a guy like that and still won the sprint last year. So we got 3 guys already alone that don't think they're sprinters. So they may want to make a decision earlier. The Belgian Jürgen Morales, I know he's a climber. I don't know Kevin Bouchard-Hall. If I just go by looks, you'd say, yeah, definitely he's a sprinter. He's just going to wait. He's going to sit on the wheel. He's going to like, you guys have to attack. You bring me to the line. It's mine to lose.
What he got here by climbing all these climbs.
Yeah.
So obviously, anybody who's in this group is a good climber.
Jürgen just says anybody who's in this group is a good climber, and he makes a good point. For all I know, next thing you know, Kevin is the one attacking at Dykeman. Well, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, we are. I mean,
there's a lot of racing between now and Dykeman.
Right. You think about a couple of years ago, Mike Marguerite just did it all by himself. I mean, don't you think that might be what he's thinking right now? Is he doesn't want to come down to a sprint finish with these guys?
Yeah, probably not. Alex, do me a favor, turn around if you see anything, because yes, they are doing the Belgian Circle, they're riding together, but I don't know how much draw there is on the chain right now, right?
We're going like 25 miles an hour.
Yeah, we're not going
downhill.
30. We're not going 30.
Well, slightly downhill.
Yeah, at that level, guys like that on a flat should go 30.
Easily, yeah.
So they're already hedging their bets. They're already like, there's a finish coming where I need some energy. Why should I do more than the other guy? So it depends on what the group behind us does, the 5 guys. Next thing you know, they're back. And they're back in the game, and the cards are reshuffled. Just the fact that they got dropped earlier doesn't necessarily mean they're going to get dropped the next time. Because in a race like this, you also go through phases.